All right, folks. So January 6th, there's a lot of dumb fuck motherfuckers out there that go look, no big deal. Yeah, go fuck yourself if you're one of those people. And here's another reason why you should go fuck yourself. Memo shows Trump's lawyers' 6-step plan for Pence to overturn the election. And I've got the memo up right here. Right? I'm going to read this entire thing to you. This was how they were going to steal the motherfucking goddamn U.S. government. But for the grace of Dan Quayle, which I didn't cover that, but Dan Quayle, right, former vice president calling Mike Pence a couple days or a day before January 6th, basically told him not to do this. Pence was going to do all of this. He was going to go march in lockstep with this, but for former vice president Dan Quayle going into that. So, like, you know, and I didn't cover that, but for those of you that don't know, he called Mike Pence. Mike Pence was like, I might be able to do it. And Dan Quayle was like, bitch, motherfucker, are you crazy? Like, listen to yourself, right? And then so Mike Pence ultimately decided not to destroy the United States government, which, Lord have mercy, that was the guy in charge of whether or not to destroy the U.S. government. Republican, Christian nationalist, fundamentalist, zealot, religious cult leader Mike Pence. Lord have motherfucking mercy. With that being said, let's read this garbage. 7 states have transmitted dual slates of electors to the President of the Senate. The 12th Amendment merely provides that the President of the Senate shall, in the presence of the Senate and the House of Representatives, open all the certificates, and the votes shall then be counted. There is very solid legal authority and historical precedent for the view that the President of the Senate does the counting, including the resolution of disputed electoral votes, as Adams and Jefferson did while vice president, regarding their own elections as president, and all the members of Congress can do is watch. The Electoral Count Act, which is likely unconstitutional, provides... Now again, this is what their plan was. This is the plan. They wrote this out before January 6th and gave it to all the top Republicans. This was their plan? If more than one return or paper purporting to be a return from the state shall have been received by the President of the Senate, those votes and those only shall be counted, which shall have been regularly given by the electors who are shown by the determination mentioned in Section 5 of this title to have been appointed, blah, blah, blah. You can read this all, your own thing. So here's the plan, okay? Vice President Pence presiding over the joint session, or Senate Pro Tempore Grassley if Pence recuses himself. Now, if you don't remember, Chuck Grassley, a couple days before January 6th, said that he is ready to step in if Mike Pence can't do it. Chuck Grassley wanted everyone in public to know that if for whatever reason Mike Pence doesn't show up, maybe he broke his leg, maybe he fell down the stairs, maybe he bumped into a door, all totally possible, Chuck Grassley's got it, bro. Begins to open and count the ballots, starting with Alabama, without conceding that the procedure specified by the Electoral Act of going through the states alphabetically is required. So basically, they start by cheating and just hope no one notices. When he gets to Arizona, he announces that he has multiple slates of electors, and is so going to defer decision on that until finishing the other states. This would be the first break with the procedure set out in the act. At the end, he announces that because of the ongoing disputes in 7 states, that there are no electors that can be deemed validly appointed in those states. That means the total number of electors appointed, the language of the 12th Amendment, is 454. Electors appointed. Now they're doing legal loopholes. Again, this was their plan. But January 6th was no big deal. It was just a couple of old people running through the halls of Congress. It totally wasn't an inside job. Cops totally didn't open the doors for them. The FBI totally didn't act on time. The National Guard totally wasn't blocked for several hours. None of that ever happened. It was just a couple of old grandmas walking through going, wow, look at the Capitol. No big deal here, folks. Anyway, let's read. This reading of the 12th Amendment has also been advanced by Harvard Law professor Lawrence Tribe. A majority of the electors appointed would therefore be 228. There are at this point 232 votes for Trump, 222 votes for Biden. Pence then gavels President Trump as reelected. So, theoretically, they just declare Trump as president. But they've got the backup plan, They're like, all right, someone will probably say boo, so we'll have what we do afterward if someone says boo. But theoretically here, if no one says boo, Donald Trump is president. What? Howells, of course, from the Democrats, who now claim, contrary to Tribe's prior position, that 270 is required. So Pence says, fine. Pursuant to the 12th Amendment, no candidate has achieved the necessary majority. That sends the matter to the House, where the votes shall be taken by states. The representatives from each state having one vote. Republicans currently control 26 of the state delegations. The bare majority needed to win that vote. President Trump is reelected there as well. What? One last piece. Assuming the Electoral Count Act process is followed in upon getting to the objections to the Arizona slates, the two houses break into their separate chambers. We should not allow the Electoral Count Act constraint on debate to control. That would mean that a prior legislature was determining the rules of the present one, a constitutional no-no, as Tribe has forcefully argued. So someone, note this, Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, etc., they name people. Accomplices are named. These motherfuckers are literally named in the goddamn memo where they're trying to overthrow the goddamn U.S. government. They're named in there. Why are they still allowed to be in Congress? Should demand normal rules, which include the filibuster, that creates a stalemate that would give the state legislatures more time to weigh in to formally support the alternative slate of electors if they had not already done so. The main thing here is that Pence should do this without asking for permission, either from a vote of the joint session or from the court. Let the other side challenge his actions in court, where Tribe, who in 2001 conceded the president of the Senate might be in charge of counting the votes, and others who would press a lawsuit would have their past position that there are non-justicable political questions thrown back at them to get the lawsuit dismissed. The fact is, and again, the Supreme Court, mostly Republican far-right fucking losers, right? So let's say the Democrats and anyone who knows what the sun looks like in the middle of the day tries to place a lawsuit. The Supreme Court at the end of the day would have been like, nah. The fact is, the Constitution assigns the power to the Vice President as the ultimate arbiter. We should all take actions with that in mind. Folks, they tried to destroy the U.S. government, and there's been no accountability. Why don't they impeach Trump again? With this new information, impeach Trump again? Impeach Rand Paul. Impeach Chuck Grassley. Impeach Ted Cruz. Why aren't these people in jail? Does anyone know? Can someone find out for me? Can someone go on an investigative journalism, kind of, go get the little hat on with the little post-it note or whatever in there, right? Get your little clipboard, your notepad with the fucking spinny thing in the top, and then put your pen in there and just go I don't know, looking under dumpsters somewhere, maybe open up a sewer grate, look in there. Someone find out why the fuck these motherfuckers aren't in jail. Because to me, it seems like there was a lot going on January 4th, 5th, and 6th. And then we've got these dumb fuck motherfuckers out here like Ben Burgess still pretending like this was no big deal. I literally, this might be one of the most, we're going to be in 2024 when Donald Trump is crowned king of North America. We're going to be looking back at January 6th and we're going to be going damn, if only we actually took this fucking shit seriously. Because fuck, motherfuck, and then also fuck. And then before I'm done, fuck one more time. Just kidding. Fuck again.